Good morning, CCHS. I am Cole Strutter here bringing you your daily announcements. I do not have a mask on because I am the only one in the classroom and the cameraman is more than 6 feet away from me. Today is Thursday, September 3rd. It is an A-Day, day 9 of the school year. For lunch, we'll be dining on a walking taco, chips, lettuce, cheddar cheese, pineapple, and milk. Today's quote of the day comes from Carl Jung. He said, "We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses." Now we'll send it over to Kenna with the standing announcements.
Hi, my name is Kenna Tomas, and I am here to bring you the standing announcements. Students, please take notice of the parking signs. No parking means no parking, and handicap parking spots must be left for those that need them. Please return any library books that were checked out last school year as soon as possible. No late fees will be charged. We are going to check in with Mr. Mesereau for this week's Mesereau Minute.
Good morning, CCHS. Welcome to a minute, and I will be quick. I want to reiterate just a couple things. First, good job on the mask. We've had actually very few problems inside the school building with masks, and I greatly appreciate that. But keep in mind, when we leave our building or we go to other school districts, we have to follow their mandates. I was disappointed at Boone, where we had some students that decided they did not need to wear a mask, even though that was a requirement from Boone. Keep in mind, this is not about you, this is not about me, this is about all of us trying to stay open and allow kids to participate in their activities. So Mr. Driscoll will have some more information on that as we have some home events coming. But if we go to other districts, we are going to follow their mandates. Lunches, real quick, tardies are starting to become a problem. The open lunches, as I stated earlier, that we're going to review that process kind of on a weekly basis. Okay, we're going to stay with the open lunches the rest of this week, but we are watching the tardies very closely. If you leave for lunch, make sure you get back to your class on time. It's not okay to come in a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We've had groups of kids come in as much as 6 or 7 minutes late. So please do a better job on that if we want to keep the campus open for lunch. Hey, a message for our online learners out there. So far, so good for the most part, but I do want to reiterate this. Okay, you are to log on at the beginning of each block unless your teacher has told you otherwise. We're actually having a problem with online tardies. So rather than logging on at the beginning, they're waiting 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes before they're logging on. Please log on at the beginning of each class unless you've been directed otherwise. That's all I have for the update. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you soon.
That's all we have for the standing announcements. Let's send it over to the seminar schedule.
Today during seminar, there will be an FBLA meeting in the auditorium. Tomorrow there will be a robotics meeting for the new members in Ms. Lombard's room 205. And the FFA members need to meet at the football field for a picture. Let's see what we have on the activities calendar.
Tonight, the volleyball team will take on Clarinda at home. The freshman match will start at 4:30 with JV and varsity to follow. Tomorrow, the football team will be back in action at the Panther Field where they will take on the Winterset Huskies. The freshman game will start at 4:15 with the varsity to follow at 7. The senior football players, cheerleaders, marching band members, color guard, and cross-country athletes will be honored for the senior night before the varsity game. Here is a message from Mr. Driscoll about the guidelines in place for home activities.
As we have some home varsity events coming up, we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the procedures and policies in place due to COVID for this fall sports season. First of all, volleyball. All spectators are required to wear masks throughout the event. There will be a student section designated for our high school students and middle school students, but all spectators, again, will be required to wear masks. The first 2 rows of the bleachers we cannot sit in due to guidance from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Association. So our student section will actually start in row 3. As always, we ask that people remain socially distant as much as possible, especially when waiting in the concession stand lines. For football, we're asking all Panther fans to park on the west side of the field. That includes our athletes and our band members as well. We're asking our visitors to park in the band parking lot and the parking on the east side of the football field. They're going to use the east entrance. So for the football game, please park on the west side of the field. The student section, again, will be middle school and high school. It'll be in the south end zone. We've moved it out of the main bleachers. It'll be on the field in the south end zone. Again, student section, that masks are required, but we've got you moved down onto the field to get more space in the bleachers and also get you guys closer to the field. Protective face coverings are required again for students in the student section. Also, immediately after the game, unfortunately, we will not be able to do pictures or anything after each of the home games this year. We're asking that all fans leave the stadium immediately so that we don't have groups gather. If we all follow these guidelines, hopefully we'll be able to make it through our entire fall sports seasons. As always, go Panthers.
That's all we have for the activities calendar. Let's send it back to the newsroom to wrap up the announcements.
We'd like to wish happy birthday today to Branson Braylon Baker, Jana Hyde, and Jocelyn Bramer. As always, remember to respect yourself, others, and this place.